Hey guys, this is Ryan with Free Spirit. This video is gonna serve as your setup for Kali and Kali King. They'll both be interchangeable. It'll just be to help you be able to have all the tools and resources you need to do this effectively and efficiently. So we'll dive in and show you guys how to set this guy up. So you got 4 latches on the outside of this tent. You'll peel back your Velcro, loosen the latch a little bit, and then depress the button. And you'll do this on all 4 of your latches, get everything loose. We'll walk around to the back of the tent. We'll push the back up first. You wanna make sure you push up the backside first so that you have got the tent orienting in the correct direction. The way the gas struts are put together, backside goes up first and then the front. And then we'll push up the front of the tent and allow the gas struts to lift the shell. All right, now we're gonna deploy our floor. So once your shell's open, you'll find your ladder inside. See this little cover over it. We'll talk about this guy later. You can just move that out of the way for now. And we're gonna undo our Velcro, and then we'll extend our ladder all the way out. So once your ladder is deployed, you'll notice this cover here. This is to protect your ladder once it's folded up inside of the tent, to eliminate any kind of debris. If you have any dirt on your ladder, if you want to store anything on the inside, this is there to just protect whatever you have inside of there from getting any dirt. Whenever you're deploying your floor, you can either detach this here with these buckles and keep it out of the way, or we can just roll this up out of the way and secure it. So once you've got your floor deployed, we're just gonna push this U-bar over your head till it's tight. You'll hear the click on each of the adjusters. You can adjust the tension with the micro adjustments on each side. All right, so once you get your tent deployed, you'll find some things on the inside of the tent, specifically in the shoe bag, and then just laying in the rear of the tent, you'll find a longer bag, and this is gonna have your awning poles as well as your stretcher pole. You'll find a small bag that has 4 strut locks in it. It has 2 smaller ones and 2 larger ones to be able to add to your struts if you need it. You'll find 2 bags as well. This bag here will have just some general replacement pieces. It'll have some new ladder feet, some straps. It'll have a ladder bag as well in here if you need, and then some replacement buckles. Then your other bag here will have all your mounting hardware. So this will have your standard universal U-clamps. It'll have a 13mm ratcheting end wrench, Phillips head, as well as some Allen keys, and then some replacement fabric. If you end up tearing your tent or ripping it at some point in the future, you'll be able to patch that hole no problem. You can go ahead and grab your awning poles, get each window awning put in place. And if you don't want to use these, you can totally tuck these out of the way. These are optional, but they are a nice added benefit. You'll find a notch here on the bottom of your shell. We'll go ahead and nest in one side, find our loop here at the top, hook that in, and then just allow those to extend. After you get your window awnings deployed, you can go ahead and put your support pole in overhead. Now this is optional as well. We did include it if you do want a little extra rigidity. You can connect these two by connecting the smaller end on the shell portion of the tent and the larger end on the U-bar that you just extended. The inside of this tent has 8 total windows or door that will roll up and out of the way. We include a bungee with a peg at one end to secure everything out of the way, so you can roll down your side windows, you can roll down your vents at the top, you can roll down your small PVC window and secure those out of the way, as well as your front door and the rear entrance of the tent. Every entrance on the tent as well has 2 layers. You have your layer of tri-layer insulation material, and then you have your bug mesh. Inside of your tent, you'll find your light already plugged in to the light itself. Have a USB end here, your switch. You can use any of your small little battery banks, and this will just plug straight into any USB. Kick on here, this little light bulb, and then it's got an on-off switch here. And then you can dim it down. It's got 10 different levels of dim. Dim it back up to adjust whatever kind of level you need for brightness. All right, so whenever we're gonna close the tent down, what we wanna do is make sure we have all of our windows vented. That way we don't create a bubble on the inside of our tent and make it a lot easier on us when we're closing this thing up. So what I like to do is zip up our bug mesh all the way on the outside, and then I'll just vent the top of the inside tri-layer material to allow that air to escape. All right, so first thing we're gonna do when we deploy after we've got our windows where we need them vented, we're gonna remove our extender pole here, and we'll disconnect from the top of the tent, and then we'll disconnect from the front U-bar. All right, next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna depress our U-bar on both sides and allow it to collapse. So after you've got your U-pole collapsed, we are going to put down the awning poles and take those out, set those aside back in their respective bag. We're gonna put those in the tent so that you can get access to those later. All right, and then when we get ready to push the floor inside of the tent, we're gonna leave our ladder extended. We actually extend it all the way out, which helps just to leverage the floor and push the floor in. And then once we get it inside, we'll collapse these bottom 2 red pegs here, and then we will strap this in here with the provided Velcro strap just to secure this ladder. All right, so before we close everything up, this is where we're gonna store any of our bulkier material. So if we have, say, our house pillows that we wanna store inside of the tent, we're gonna store them out here actually. And so again, I talked about this cover and why it's important and why it helps with keeping debris and things like that. Say if you had some dirt on here, it's gonna cover that up. You could even tuck this under so that that debris is not gonna get on whatever you're putting in here. When you put those in here, you basically have the height of the ladder all the way across as extra storage in this tent. Another thing that helps whenever you're packing your tent down is we include these bungee straps that wrap around the entire tent skin. You'll see a hook over here on the right side that is holding on to a bungee strap, and then the same thing on the other side, you'll find a strap that actually has a hook on the end. And then once you fold your floor in, you'll actually be able to marry these together, hold that material, and then that'll just help with packing down this tent. There's one last element before we pull the shell down that really helps with tearing this tent down. So our steel cables that are on the side of the tent, we're just gonna tuck these in behind the support bar, and that'll just help keep those inside of the shell whenever we close everything down. All right, and then from here, we're just gonna pull our shell down. We'll start here on the front side of the tent. I usually take this strap and just tuck it here inside. You can tuck it under your mattress, this little fold here, so that's out of the way. And then I'm gonna check both sides of the tent, make sure I don't have any material hanging out. And from here, I'm gonna loosen these buckles up all the way. So just make sure they're unstrapped and then pull them all the way back. And then I'm gonna go ahead and secure them on each side. We're gonna wait to tighten them just yet. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side of the tent. What I like to do with my tent when I'm closing everything down, once I have all the things that I'm gonna keep inside of my tent, I'm gonna open this back window here and I'll just feed them into the back. That way it's easy to access when I open my tent back up. This is true too for if you have some light sleeping bags or things like that you want to keep in here. You can just store those right inside of here. Just keeping it on this end helps whenever you're packing everything down. I like to take this piece of material here and just flip this up. It just helps with packing this down so that this doesn't hang out. And then we'll just pull this side down. That is it's a little tight pulling it down on this side just because that gas strut is pretty strong. So just give it a good nudge. Tuck this in whenever you're pulling this shell down. And you can use this handle here to pull it down further. I'll just do the same thing I did on the other side. I'll tuck this up inside, pull that down, and then we're gonna check, see if we have any material hanging out, and we look good on both sides. So I'm gonna pull down this shell, again, loosen these all the way, and then we'll clip these into place. I'll pull the shell down, tighten that, secure that out of the way. We'll do the same thing on this, make sure this is loose, clip it into place, pull a shell, and then we'll go to the other side and do the same thing. Then back around the front of the tent, just give our shell a little push, secure that, we'll push down and secure that. Just make sure this seal has contact all the way around and you're ready to head home. All right, so that's it for setting Cali up and taking this down. All these same elements apply to our Cali King as well. The only difference there is size. All the components are exactly the same. Your U-bar, your light, your window awning poles, everything. So when you get home, you want to open this thing up, let it air out again, give it a wipe down too, just to get any of that dirt and debris off. And if you need to wash your tent, just a little bit of light soap and warm water, you can scrub it. You can hose it down too. Just make sure you close all your windows, obviously. Clean it like you would your car, right? And you want to make sure that this thing is taken care of. This is going to last you. So make sure you get all that dirt debris off there to avoid any potential issues in the future. Again, my name's Ryan here at Free Spirit. If you guys have any questions on this guy, please reach out to our customer service team, customerservice@gofsr.com. We're here, we're happy to help. So we hope you guys stay safe on the trails. We'll see you out there.